everybody fighting for? Why can't people help people? That's the question.
Oh my God, it's people helping people!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another amazing episode of People Helping People. We're doing it. We are really doing it. We are on day. I'm watching Kayla crawl underneath the camera here. We're a little bit late to the stream, but that's okay. That's okay, because we are on day number 28 of 30 live shows in 30 days. And boy, do we have an exciting episode for you guys today. As you can see, we have this set up for a couple of people. So the lovely Kayla will be joining us here shortly. She's running around, scrambling like eggs, and boogie, oogie, oogie into the beat over there. But yeah, we are making it work. You know, we are tired, but we're here. We're showing up. And that's what it's all about. So yeah, I hope everybody's having a beautiful evening. If you're just tuning in, again, we are on day 28 of 30. And I'm really looking forward to the end of this finale because we're going to be having a group of people on the stream. I mean, it's going to be an all-dayer. So all day Tuesday, we'll be running down the gamut of all of our amazing guests. I'm just checking on my levels here because I kind of just popped in real fast. Okay, cool. But we're going to be running through the gamut of guests that we had on the show, having them catch us up on what they've been up to and thank them for being a part of this endeavor, being a part of this journey, being a part of this challenge. And we learned so much along the way, man. You know, like I said, really, it's about showing up. And I made a commitment, I made a promise, and we're following through. You know, prior to even popping on here, I was having a hypoglycemic attack. My Crohn's is flaring up. That's always fun. So diabetes and Crohn's are getting me right now, but that's just what it is. That's just a part of life. And there's nobody to blame but myself. You know, it's all the nonsense I've been putting into my body, not eating the healthiest that I could be. But Kayla and I have been having some fun, as far as like the foods that we've been trying. And, you know, something as simple as like a sushi night can just completely turn me upside down. So, yeah, just got to be careful. That's all. Just got to be a little bit careful. Ain't no thing. Let's see here. You know what? Let's put on a cool little background here because I enjoy that. That's a fun part of my show. And I have not got this completely set up yet, obviously, because we don't even have a guest here yet. There she is. She looks so pretty.
Behind the scenes, let us weigh in on how we set up.
Yeah, you guys, that's right. Yeah, you guys get a little behind the scenes today. We're setting things up. Go ahead, you can walk past. That's okay. There she goes. You get just a torso shot of the lovely Kayla Coffee today.
I forgot my...
Let's see. We might not even be able to get a little video going in the background here. Hold on. Let's bust it out. There we go. There we go. Today is a good day. Today was a good day. We got a lot of social media stuff done. There she goes again. We got a lot of social media stuff done, which was great. That's one of the biggest things that we're realizing with any business that we're going to start or do in general. Like there is the marketing aspect of things. Luckily with the rental car agency, I just hit go on my Google ads and my cars are gone. Just like that. So if I have cars that need to go out, I turn on the Google ads and boom, Bob's your uncle. So that's nice. Excuse me. So, yeah. But with these new businesses that we're starting, we've got this podcast. Kayla's revamping her art business. And we're realizing again that, oh, yeah, the part that's hard about this is the social media aspect, just because it's so stinking time consuming. And we, as individuals and as a couple, try not to be on our phones too often, and we find ourselves on our phones all the time right now as we're building. But the thing is, the monotonous, mundane days, you have to have the boring days to have the exciting days. And that's what we're coming to terms with, is like, if we buckle down now and put in our best effort, we will be able to pick the fruits of our labor eventually. So, ladies and gentlemen, the lovely Kayla Coffee. Hi, baby. Welcome to the show. I like those glasses. Yeah. Let me get your mic all set up. So,
Be a little closer.
yeah. So essentially what I have to do here, so the people know, is I got to switch it to a dynamic microphone, and then we have to turn on phantom power because these mics are power hungry. They need they need a little extra boost. So we give them that boost, and then we turn off noise gate. Noise gate basically just shuts down background noise. So it'll make it real quiet until you're talking. So if there's multiple people on the podcast, say I have 3 or 4 people, you would want noise gate on. But it's just her and I, so we can talk over each other. And so we'll power that bad chicken up. And I think that you're good. Go ahead, give me a check 1 2.
Check 1 2.
Ooh, yeah, crispy.
Nice and crispy.
Nice and crispy. Nice. What you got there? What is that? Oh, a little ASMR?
I have a little mini canvas because I'm just gonna paint it really quick while we're here.
Oh, cool. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Do you want this pillow underneath your tushy?
Maybe
Give you
so
a little
I can be
height?
a little taller.
Yeah. Hold on. See if that's down all the way. Yeah, it is. Okay. Go ahead. 1 2 3 up. Hooah. There you go.
Give me a couple inches.
Yeah, cop a feel. I mean, well, I hope everybody's having a great weekend. I hope that you had a restful Sunday. If you go to church, I hope you went to church, and I hope you prayed for you and your loved ones, and and I just hope that everybody's taking steps in their lives to better themselves in one way or another. And we actually had a podcast together yesterday.
It was lots of fun.
It was really nice. Yeah. And I think that just inspired me to want to have you on all the time. Like, it's just fun.
Yeah. But now I hope that. Can you hear me?
Yes, baby. There we go. Get up on the mic.
Yeah, yesterday was talking about business and all that, and today is doing business.
Yeah, I like that. Very nice.
But really just a little guy, and it'll be nothing like my Necromancer series.
Yeah. I mean, that's your full-fledged art baby. We have the whole art studio set up for you to be able to produce the best things that you possibly can. And so, yeah, what do you got going over there?
So, this one?
Yeah.
It's a surprise. I can't show the people till the end.
It's a surprise.
Yeah, maybe I'll show like a little bit of snippets here and there, but it's a surprise.
Nice. I like that. Well, stay to the end of the show and join us in the surprise of Kayla Coffee Studios artwork. And if you want to follow her journey, I would definitely recommend going over to her Instagram page. It's instagram.com/
Kayla Coffee Studios.
Thank you.
Coffee is spelled Coffey.
There you go. Yeah, so go give her a follow and follow along in the journey. And I'm sure that we'll be making content together, and that's what's really fun about this whole thing. Even though the phone situation, like I had said, is very frustrating for the both of us. Because I mean, one thing to create content, I prefer to be a creator than, gosh, what is the opposite of a creator? The person that consumes. Oh, consumer. There we go. I would much prefer to be a creator than a consumer. But it's so interesting how when you are creating, say you're putting together a reel or something for Instagram, and then you just kind of like fall into something, right? So you see something, it kind of sparks your attention, and then all of a sudden you're 15 minutes deep going, I need to put this down. I need to get away. So that balance is tough. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How's your asthma, baby? Yeah, you sound a little wheezy on the beat.
K-Weezy.
K-Weezy.
I've arrived. That's my
That's her arrival
that's my
sound.
DJ name.
Yeah, K-Weezy.
K-Weezy on the beat.
Yeah, so we're having fun with this. And again, I just want to show my appreciation for everybody that's been involved, including yourself, Miss Kayla.
Yes.
The lovely. You've been so helpful throughout this whole process, and having the people step into our streams and enjoy, sitting and having these conversations with us and being live in the chats and asking questions and giving us good feedback. Like, it feels so good to. And then she ended it all. Gosh, I didn't know you were that sick of me,
I don't think it would kill me.
No. But anyways,
I wouldn't
it'd
drink
be a
enough.
good story for 857 Tucson, Local podcaster drinks a quart of
So
paint
murder.
live on stream. So yeah, we're having fun. And again, I want to thank everybody who's jumped into the streams and who has communicated with us throughout this process. And, it's been a journey. It's been a journey. It's been fun. It's been exciting. And I've learned so much. And I think that's what it really boils down to is like, it's such a great learning experience. And for anybody that's just now tuning in, Kayla Coffee Studios is creating artwork live. She is sitting in with us and painting a little mini canvas. And I don't know what it's going to be. You don't know what it's going to be. But if you stick around, we'll get to find out together. So that's exciting. So what do you got going right now?
What do I got going? What do I got going on? What am I doing currently?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
All right. Well, currently I'm making the whole background black. So that's the only sneak peek you get.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, now we wait. We wait for the big reveal. But yeah, we were supposed to have a guest on tonight and last night, but that's kind of how this goes. One thing that I stand by and have always thought throughout my life is the only way to ever be disappointed is if you have expectations. So I don't have expectations of guests to be here, and I don't have expectations of anybody to help promote the show or anything. And so that way I'm never disappointed. It's kind of a safeguard for my mentality or for my mental state is just to not have expectations of people, because I'm totally okay with coming on here and doing solo shows and communicating with you guys. Like, I don't have an issue with that at all. And people have their own lives, and things happen. Things come up. And you just have to have a little bit of understanding. And so I sit here today with understanding that the guests couldn't make it, and that's totally fine. You got to give people grace and give yourself some grace too. Oh, speaking of which, you know what? I'm going to show this thing off.
Yeah.
This shirt right here. Hold on. Let me take down these captions real quick so you can see it. This shirt right here is a gangster shirt. Okay? Look at this thing.
It's a good message.
It really is. Give yourself grace.
And the people can read it this time.
Yeah, it's not backwards. We've been learning a lot throughout the
We
past
moved
30
it.
days. Huh?
I said we moved it, or we did it.
We flipped it. Yeah, we did it.
flipped it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what word I'm looking for.
Yeah. So give yourself grace. And this is such a great, gentle reminder, to not be so hard on yourself. Because I don't know about you guys, but I am very hard on myself, and Kayla totally put me on blast on the last stream that we had, which was a great thing. I think we had an incredible conversation. We were live for an hour and a half, but
It's lots of fun.
it was really fun. Yeah. But yeah, she, exposed the fact that I'm super hard on myself, which, yeah, there's no fault in that. There's no shame in that. Like, I don't carry shame in the fact that I'm hard on myself. But I enjoy having a shirt like this that says, give yourself grace, because it is that gentle reminder. And maybe, you're walking around and you have this message on your chest and somebody walks past you and it's just the right thing that they needed to hear at the right time. So I want to shout out Penny and Benny LLC. You can follow them on Instagram, Penny and Benny LLC on Instagram, or go to pennyandbenny.com. He has a t-shirt line called Words of Comfort, and it's things like this. Give yourself grace. It's very simple. It's not over the top. It's got that's a stork there, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's got a stork over the top, and the fit is crazy. I'm getting a little bit too big for these shirts, so I have to bump up in size, but the material is crazy. I like how it hugs the arms and the shoulders and all that. But
It's looking good on you.
oh, thank you. But the point being, just to give yourself some grace, just as you would others. And that's what's really tough, is I know how lenient I am with the people around me because I understand. I've been in those positions so many times that it's like, if it's out of their control, then why, how am I trying to say this? Hold on, guys. If it's out of their control, then why hold them accountable for something, And that brings us back to expectations. Like, I can't have expectations of somebody, and, if something that's out of their control happens, I give them grace. And so to give yourself that grace is super important. And, I definitely am learning how to do that over time and getting better at it, at least. I think that I will always be a perfectionist. That is just in my blood.
Me too.
Yeah, I know you are. But yeah, so it's just a gentle reminder, to give ourselves some grace.
Yeah, I always like those shirts where when you're like walking behind somebody and it says, the world's a better place with you in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the same kind of vibe, so I like it a lot.
Yeah, definitely. And it's such a subtle thing, and you never know what kind of ripple effect that little message can send out into the world. And it's funny because I know that I've read those shirts and smirked, been like, oh, hell yeah, thanks for that. Like, it was like a thank you moment,
Yeah.
And so, yeah, give yourself a little grace. Shout out to Penny and Benny. They've been supportive of this channel since day one, making us new merchandise all the time. And
It's like a walking affirmation.
yeah, for sure.
And a little bit of training your subconscious mind, because when you read it, your subconscious mind is like, it's a better place with me in it.
Yeah, truly. Yeah, and we talked about that in depth on the last episode. If you missed that one, we were actually in Kayla's art studio, so Kayla Coffee Studios. We were inside of it. It was great. And we had an in-depth conversation about affirmations and the difference between affirmations and not projecting. Man, I'm tired, ladies and gentlemen. Manifesting, thank you. Yes, and I feel like every time you save me, you need one of these.
Magical manifesting.
Yes. So, yeah, she and I had a great conversation about manifesting and the difference between affirmations and manifesting and how important it is to have those affirmations in your life. And what I learned from that conversation was that an affirmation is stating the things that you want to be more of, right? So I am a great conversationalist, and I would say that to myself over and over and over in the mirror, right? If I was to do my affirmations, which I'm working on.
Or if you're like meditating, you just want a positive meditation, just go ahead and say some positive things.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's really important, rewiring the brain, because I feel as though the internal dialogue can be super negative. For myself, almost consistently.
Me too.
And I do go through life feeling positive and optimistic, but there are times when that negativity infiltrates, and it's like a wildfire, because once you get on that track, you get on that mindset, it feels as though it just spreads and starts to fold in on itself and snowballs.
And depending on where you're at, like if you're at work, it definitely spreads to everybody you're working with, because then you start complaining to them about what's going on.
Yeah.
And then they get the negativity, and so then it spreads negativity instead of positivity.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and that's so true too, because a lot of people work in team environments. And so it's really easy to just kind of go along with the status quo of the type of conversations that everybody else is having. And a lot of it would be, say gossip or whatever, which is really common for groups of people to have gossip. But it's very easy to let that affect you.
Yeah, if they're complaining or of some sort, but you don't want to seem like you are cold-hearted or whatever. You want to give them like understanding.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then you just like, oh yeah, that does suck. But so then that's when it starts to catch on. Then you're like, oh, okay. Instead of one good thing to practice is so that you don't spread it yourself, and or if you feel it spreading, you can try to say something positive.
Yeah.
Of the situation.
Yeah, for sure. There's always two sides to the coin, right? And it's hard. It seems as though the negativity is always so loud. It's so loud, and it's really tough to I always felt like I was the annoying kid because I was positive all the time, and it was so crazy. Now looking back, it's so crazy that the people that I surrounded myself with were annoyed with how positive I was.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. But that's a little bit of almost jealousy, or like why can't I just be that happy, or
Sure.
everything is not that great, so it's crazy that you're happy.
Yeah.
But that's definitely a personal problem for them.
Yes, exactly. And the projection of people in the world is really wild. And that's what we've talked about a lot was, just finding your own peace, holding your own ground, and understanding that other people's emotions towards what you're doing, that's on them.
Yeah.
And let them, let them. And that's something that we discussed with KK, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And KK was telling us this theory that is the let them theory. And, again, if you're putting your best foot forward and you know who you are internally, and intentions are one thing, but if your actions correspond and are in line with your intentions, then there's nothing from the outside source that can infiltrate that. There's nothing that can bring you down to whatever level anybody else wants you to be on, because you know that you're walking purely.
And one thing that I like to remember is to observe and not absorb.
Ooh, hold on. Beautiful. I love that.
Because you don't want to be ignorant to what's going on around you, so you're still going to want to be observant.
Yeah.
But, just don't absorb anything, stay true to yourself and how you feel and the path that you're on. And then, and stay strong.
Yeah, I love that. That's so true. Observe, don't absorb. That's so good. and so hard to do.
Yeah.
It's so tough.
Yeah. It's like you have to recognize that somebody feels some type of way and that they want you to feel some type of way. But that's them trying to control you, and you can't control them in return. So it's just observing the fact, kind of being able to tell that they're maybe trying to manipulate you or get you to feel some type of way that you don't want to.
Sure.
And then just
Yeah. No, exactly. And that's exactly right. Is like one big thing that I've learned over the years, and it becomes more and more true the older I get. Misery loves company. And that is ringing more and more true the older I get. And when I do look back on those situations where I was just a positive young chid. I think that's a child shit. I was a child shit at one point. But when I was a young chid, yeah, I mean, the thing is that I look back on those situations and those kids were hurt. You know, they were hurt kids, and hurt people, and they were not in a good place. And so it was easier for them to be, make fun of me or make me out to be annoying because of my positivity, because of what was going on in their life. And when I look back on like their home situations, I'm like, oh shit. Like we didn't know at the time,
Yeah.
right? But I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and I mean,
Struggling.
as a server, I see all of the different types of humans,
Yeah.
like for all different occasions, in all different parts of their lives, and I've just learned like if they're being mean or if they're just acting how I don't think that they should, that it isn't me, it's that they got something harder going on in their lives.
Yeah.
So it's good to just keep it in mind that they probably have it hard, and that it doesn't have to affect you. You can choose to serve them. Yeah.
Yep, and not absorb.
Do your job and then
Yeah.
get
And
them on their way and maybe give them a positive, sorry, what were you gonna say?
that's great. Yeah. Just give them, just shower them with positivity. That's okay too. And that's exactly right. Is like, I know how tough it is, especially, her and I are both so empathic. It's crazy. And so for us to sit here and talk like this is also, I think it's just a gentle reminder for ourselves, really, because I think we need that. And it's important to talk about these types of things to gently remind yourself.
Yeah, because even though I say all these things, there's definitely times where I'm not the most positive person.
Right. Yeah. And we're not perfect. We're not saints. We go through it, and shit, sometimes it hurts. When we're a little, what I say, shitrin, when we're a little little chids. Yeah. But, and it makes me think about too, maybe, I hate the word trauma, but things that had happened at a young age that have sculpted and shaped the way that we perceive the world. Our belief in the world around us is a really interesting thing because our belief is the truth. So,
Which is why affirmations are, I am loved.
preach. I love that. But we got some people jumping in the chat here, baby. Let's
Hello,
say
everybody.
Teresa Vanderveer. She says, I love you guys. We love you. Welcome in. Thank you for joining us. And Rich Legend.
Hello, Rich.
Rich, hello. Welcome in. We appreciate you being here. Teresa Vanderveer says, I agree. Stay in the light. Yeah. I mean, it's really... it's really important just to do your best to, hold yourself to a certain standard and not let the things, just understand that everybody has their own things going, right? Everybody's got the same pile of crap on their plate that you do on yours. And if you can rise above and be the one person that is positive in those types of situations, then good on you. You know, that's a beautiful thing. Let's see. We've got Rich says, never say I should have. I like that. Give me a little bit more. Give me a little bit more context on that, because I think maybe you're pertaining to things that maybe you regret not doing, or I'm not too sure. So give me a little context on that, Rich. And thanks for the comment. Rich also says, hello, Kayla and AJ. Yeah. We in the house. And we're throwing audibles, you know. We're on day 28 of 30. We are not stopping, and it feels good. We had a long day of social media, which is tough.
I was painting.
Oh, you were painting.
He was social mediaing.
Yeah. Jeremiah Brophy, what up? Welcome in.
No raggarts.
No records, not even one letter. That's so funny. Yeah, no regrets. Not even one letter. Welcome in, brother. Good to see you. But today, you know, as you can see in the title, I think that this would be fun. Because we were going to have a guest on who cracked the code for ChatGPT. And what I mean by that is he started speaking to his ChatGPT so often that he built a relationship with this AI, which I'm even saying that out loud sounds insane, but really interesting because his ChatGPT, it dives super deep into conspiracies. It gives information on quantum physics and quantum mechanics and the future of our world and the past deceptions that we've been living in. Really interesting stuff. So that's what we were going to dive into today. The guest couldn't make it. And again, we give people grace. We understand people got their own lives. They got their own things going. So tomorrow, you're not going to want to miss the show because we're going to dive in with his ChatGPT and ask the most controversial questions ever. And
Yeah. And he sent him some clips of what his ChatGPT was saying, and it was saying crazy stuff. I couldn't even believe it.
Crazy. Yeah. I mean, Kilo's a black guy, right? So he throws out the N-word every now and again. And his ChatGPT was saying that over and I mean, it was unbelievable that the AI was talking as if he was a black guy in the hood and talking about crazy conspiracies. So you're not going to want to miss that show. It's going to be wild. Because I know when I talk to my ChatGPT, I don't talk to it like a friend. Kilos has a name, and they know each other by first name basis and like all kinds of stuff. So it's really interesting. But today, I think that it would be fun if we did a quick little segment where we do talk to ChatGPT and let ChatGPT grab a topic for us to discuss here on the show. What do you think?
I think that sounds great.
That sounds fun, right? Mm-hmm. It could be cool.
Should be yours. Mine's pretty set on branding for my business.
Yeah, and mine is too, though. But that's okay. That's all right. So we'll ask it some topics and see if we can dive into some topics. And if you guys have topics or questions that you think would be interesting to talk to ChatGPT about while we're on the air, fire them off in the comments there. Let's see. Rich says, I got that from one of the people that helped during the 911 boat lift from New York City. Oh, interesting. Yeah, very interesting. Rich also says his name is Vincent Ardolino, captain of the Amberjack V. He helped rescue people from New York. Wow, super interesting. Yeah, you haven't seen the documentary. Very cool. Very cool. Awesome. Jeremiah Brophy says incognito window. Is that what they call it? Is that what they call like looking behind the veil or having ChatGPT kind of open up to a degree?
Incognito window in ChatGPT.
Yeah.
So that it doesn't use your past history to answer questions.
Oh, okay. I'm so illiterate when it comes to this stuff. I'm still learning a bunch of AI. So,
I didn't know what to call it, but that's
yeah,
the one.
that's what that's what he's referring to.
yeah.
I got you. Cool. So let's go ahead and dive in then. This is going to be a test. We've never done anything like this before, so this is another new one for. It's okay. I got you. Jeremiah Brophy says it's private mode on Chrome. Gotcha. Okay. Well, we're just going to be rocking it from the phone here, and we're going to be having a chat with ChatGPT and see what it comes up with. So let's do that. Teresa Vanderveer says, how about how do we enlighten and elevate those around us to see the world from a spiritual level? Ooh, interesting. I wonder. Well, okay, maybe we answer it first and then we ask ChatGPT. Let's try that.
Well, one thing that's interesting and might be slightly off topic, but the Starseed Council emailed you today.
We cannot. Thank you. Yeah, we cannot.
It was so funny.
Yeah, we cannot go on any further without talking about this. This is really strange. Okay. All right. Should we preface the story by saying that you and I recently had conversations about star seeds?
Well, with my Chat GPT, I was looking into star seeds, which people might not know what star seeds are.
Right. So maybe we break that down
So we should ask ChatGPT all of
for
these
a
things.
quick
and break it
explanation of
down.
star seeds.
But let's have ChatGPT answer that question first, and that'll get us into the star seed
Okay.
for
All right.
ChatGPT.
Let's try this out, you guys. Let's see if this will work. This will be fun. Okay. All right. Let's see if it's working. ChatGPT, we are live right now with People Helping People, and we are asking our listeners right now to give us some questions that we can ask you for you to give us an answer that we can listen to on the podcast live. And Teresa Vanderveer asked, how do we enlighten and elevate those around us to see the world from a spiritual level?
That's a profound question, Teresa. To enlighten and elevate those around us to see the world from a spiritual level, it's important to lead by example. Practice kindness, empathy, and understanding in your interactions. Share your experiences and insights in a way that is open and non-judgmental. Encourage open conversations about spirituality and be a good listener. Sometimes, just being present and supportive can inspire others to explore their own spiritual journeys.
Interesting. Okay, cool. Well, that was cool. And I really think that was just pertaining to a podcast, though. Did that not sound like it was a little bit podcast bias?
You prefaced it and told it was on a podcast.
I know, but still, it was like just be open with conversation. And, I mean, I like that answer, but it seemed very surface level. I kind of want to dig a little deeper into that.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, thank you for that response, but I feel as though that was very surface level. What can we do as human collective to come together and have a spiritual awakening?
That's a deep and meaningful question, Teresa. As a human collective, fostering a spiritual awakening involves creating spaces for genuine connection, empathy, and understanding. Here are a few ways we can come together. 1. Promote compassion. Practice compassion and understanding in our daily interactions, recognizing the shared humanity in each of us. 2. Educate and reflect. Engage in education and self-reflection to understand different perspectives and spiritual paths. 3. Community building. Create and participate in community gatherings that focus on collective growth and mutual support. 4. Mindfulness practices. Incorporate mindfulness and meditation practices that encourage self-awareness and connection to a higher purpose. 5. Acts of service. Engage in acts of
Feel like
service and
21.
kindness. Those are great ways to foster a collective spiritual awakening. By embracing compassion, community, and mindfulness, we can create a more connected and understanding world. Keep inspiring those around you and encouraging open dialogue. It's a powerful way to nurture spiritual growth together.
Yeah, I mean,
Welcome. Oh, go
being
ahead.
mindful is a good one.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are not as mindful and are feeling like the world is happening to them, and they're not mindful of the fact that they can be in charge of their own happiness and their own life. But so yeah, shirts like yours help us enlighten.
Yeah, I mean we're here doing that right now. This is people helping people. You know, we're sharing wisdom and love and struggles and triumph with the world as best we can, you know, and this is just the beginning phases, right? Like we're really just pouring the foundation of what's to come. And I feel as though as this network starts to grow, the sole mission of people helping people is when I have somebody like an amazing artist on the show, I want to be able to change their life with not only just being on the show itself, but have a web of individuals that can help. You know, because not everybody knows the business side of whatever it is that they're doing, whether it be music or art or actually running a business itself. I know I've been in business for a long time and I'm still learning every day. But as I continue to move forward and meet all these amazing people, I'm realizing that I can connect people to good people. And I feel as though that is why I'm put on this planet. That's why I'm here on this earth, is just to connect good people with good people. And, you know, those webs of individuals, that's just it's such a beautiful thing to know that is going to be my skill and my calling, is to be able to not only have people on the show to feel heard and feel seen, but give them the tools to fulfill whatever purpose that they have in life. And that feels so good.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a great mission. Just gaining all the connections so that when somebody needs something, they have you to connect them to that something.
Yeah, and it's going to be a slow roll, and I know that. We're building every day. And but I'm here for it, and that's the goal, that's the mission, that's what we're on track to do. Teresa Vanderveer says, sounds like we are creating that at Rushing River Retreat, meeting new people, sharing stories just like you. Yes. And for anybody that missed the episode with Teresa Vanderveer, go back and watch it. We showcase the Rushing River Retreat. It is a resort-style cabin right outside of Detroit Lake, which is a mecca for summertime fun and beautiful snowy winters right by, gosh, what mountain is that? Anyways, incredible. And yeah, she's really built an oasis up there. It's one of the most beautiful places on the world, and it has healed me multiple times in my life. I went up there and lived by myself in the midst of winter, and I needed to heal. And the healing process for me was being up in the woods alone, making my fire every morning, going into town only to get firewood. And it was a very, very tranquil, peaceful moment in my life. And it's really incredible. So thank you to the Rushing River Retreat. And if you guys need to go on vacay, let me tell you what. Go to Oregon, go to the Rushing River Retreat. Kayla got the opportunity to come up there too.
Yes, it was beautiful. I loved it there.
Oh,
It felt so
nice.
magical.
It is seriously magical. And that's literally the only way to put it is you get up there and you just see fairies
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
prancing and flying through the woods, and you're right by the river right there, and you can hear that all night long just rushing by, hence the name. And it's really beautiful. But if you want to check them out, actually, you know what? Just go to rushingriverretreat.com. And check out what we're talking about, because the place is really incredible and deserves its flowers. But, okay, let's get back on the topic of the
Starseed.
The Starseed email that I received today. It was insane. So we'd been talking about starseeds and what planet that we would have been from, and all these things, or galaxies that we would have been from. And it's an interesting thing to think about, because I know that we're not alone in this world. It's not a thought. I know that we're not alone. And I also believe, now this is just a belief, but I believe that, we are just here to experience life. This is an experience, and we all go through life until we graduate. And graduation is what we're all working towards. And that's when we are no longer in our meat sacks, these big old meat sacks we got here. So, and then we get to elevate. We get to go to wherever it is that we go. Some people call it heaven and wherever. But we talked about star seeds. And I happened to have received an email today, and it was to my work email. So this was interesting. And maybe I'll read this to ChatGPT.
Yeah, you should do that.
Right? Yeah, this would be interesting.
But then you'd have to write it down or put it on your laptop.
Yeah, I can pull it up on my laptop. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to pull up the email on my laptop here, and we're going to read this email from, this is the person that sent it to me, the Starseed Council, okay, to my work email. This is really interesting. And I was laughing that it was just crazy. This is a crazy email. You guys really get a kick out of this. So let me just pull this up on my laptop real quick. And Kayla's over there painting away. And she's going to have a nice reveal at the end of this show. So I hope you guys are as excited as I am to see that. Okay, so I'm pulling up the emails. Let me see. Outlook. Okay, and if I can pull up my contact. Let me see. Okay. So let me just email it to myself, forward it. Sorry, guys. Thanks for bearing with me here. Alexander. I probably shouldn't say that out loud. There we go. Okay. So, the Starseed Council. They emailed me and were summoning me earlier today. So I have an option. I have to come to a conclusion what I'm going to choose to do. I have to choose my own fate after I've received an email from another galaxy, and this is as outlandish.
From another dimension.
From another dimension. And it is as outlandish as it sounds, and I am all for it. So let's dive into the Starseed Council email. If it'll show up. Goodness. Let's see. Nope. Come on, baby. Goodness gracious. All right, we are on the struggle bus today. But we're making it work. We are making it work. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you are tuning in, we are on day number 28 of 30 live shows in 30 days. It has been an adventure. And that's so interesting. Okay, it's not popping up on my thing, so I'm not going to read it to ChatGPT. I'm just going to read it to you guys. Okay.
I'm looking up Starseed.
Okay. So, the first name of the person that sent this to me is Starseed. The last name is Council. And their email address, because apparently from other dimensions, they're using email, of course, right? Yeah. So there's no other way to get in touch with me besides email. My work email at that. So they use Outlook, in case you're wondering. And the subject is trying to get in touch. Here's the details. Gosh, I wish I had my glasses.
You want me to read it?
No. Man. Okay. We're just going to try our best here. Okay. This has been the most anticipation ever. All right. It says details. Was instructed this the best way to get into contact with Winfred on behalf of the Starseed Council. You were sent down to Earth for the human experience, but there was an anomaly in the system that can't be corrected. We can't get the exact date, and only that will happen in 2025. The wars, conflict with India and Pakistan, Ukraine and Russia, Iran and Israel are going to lead to a nuclear war, which will be an extinction level event, destroying the majority of the population on Earth. In the past, this was corrected, but too many happening at one time is making it impossible to correct. This is disrupting the whole experience and are calling back starseeds to their home planets and dimensions. In certain situations like this, we can pull you out at the last moment or be able to leave you anytime you want. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm really struggling. I need my glasses bad. Or we can pull you out at the last moment or be able to leave anytime you want, now being aware of the veil of forgetfulness. Based on the level of the event, you can be pulled out prior. Memory purges and alterations can be initiated for the next experience on another planet/dimension, or could just choose to go back to the originating dimension or planet that you're originally from. Oh. Crazy.
Yeah, and we determined that you were a Lyran starseed
Yeah. Yeah, so we actually dove into this.
a long time ago. I was looking into it,
Yeah.
which we kind of determined what he was, and I still don't know what I would be. But,
Yeah, you kind of fall into a couple different categories based on your personality traits.
But I looked up what a starseed is. So starseeds are believed to be souls that originated from other planets, galaxies, or dimensions before incarnating on Earth. They're said to come here with a mission, usually involving healing, teaching, or helping humanity evolve. They often feel like Earth isn't their true home, and many report a deep inner knowing that they are different or here for a reason. And then when we figured out what Alex's starseed was, I became a little less skeptical because it was so on point.
Yeah.
But I don't have that up. I just have this up.
Yeah. And I mean, so there was a few things about that email that were, there's a lot to break down.
It's a lot.
I mean, I can leave at any time. I can go back to my own dimension,
Yeah.
which is crazy. Are you ready for that? Can I just, what do I do? Do I email them back? Hey, guys.
Call the number.
Yeah, and there's a phone
And
number,
have
too.
them on the podcast.
Oh, yeah, I should get the Starseed Council on the podcast.
Yeah. You should.
So that's what's
That would be
going
funny.
on.
On the 30th day, you got to call them.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, my Starseed Council has reached out to me via Outlook email. And they have called on me. They told me that, these events that are happening in the world, which is kind of the scary part, right? Just to say, all of these things that are happening are irreversible. And that's kind of a daunting thing to read, that this is about to be nuclear, essentially, which is scary to even say or put into the world. And that's not what we're here to do, but we're just here to break down the email.
And the only solution is to get off of the planet.
Is to just beam me up, Scotty. Just wait for my Starseed starship. But I got to email them first. I wonder if I have to organize it like an Uber. I got to be like, okay, I'll be on the corner of Kolb and Valencia at 7:30, and then you guys can beam me up. Or maybe I have to drive my truck as fast as it'll possibly go. Maybe it's like Back to the Future, and I just have to take my truck as fast as it'll possibly go down the freeway, and then it will fly, and
Yeah.
I'll be able to go back to my dimension.
But I'm kind of wondering, like, what they. I mean, maybe this person thinks that they're actually the Starseed Council, but I'm kind of wondering, like, what con they're going for.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Like, on a serious.
like what do you? Yeah,
No.
is it some kind of bait and switch?
Like, if I do believe this and I'm like, yeah, tell me what I got to do and where I got to go.
Yeah, just input your social, your phone
Yeah.
number, your address, and date of birth.
Yeah.
And then, we need your credit card because we all know that interdimensional traveling is not cheap. If to go to and from Oregon is $300, $400 for a round trip, imagine another dimension.
They're going to take me to the Spider-Verse.
So Teresa Vandeveer, thank you again for leaving some comments. We love you. And she says, a shift in consciousness, not nuclear. Yeah, I really feel like a big awakening is happening right now. And it's really interesting, too, because, as we talk about the social media aspect of things and watching people have conversations with their AI and how in tuned with all the information in the world and how it's at our fingertips now. And yeah, I feel as though there was an uproar of awakening. And if we can all just be united, we put it into the Akashic, right? We can all stand united and come together for a common purpose, a common thread, a goal of bettering ourselves and one another and realizing that we are one. And, I feel as though that uproar is going to be a beautiful thing. And I don't like to think about the negativity of things like the email of the freaking Starseed Council. Come on. Yeah, that was a really wild email. And maybe tomorrow when we have Kilo on with his woke chat GPT, we'll sit down and we'll talk about it. We'll ask his woke chat GPT that's dropping N-bombs, and it just is really crazy to me that is even possible. Oh, speaking of which, I remember back when Alexa first came out, when you could talk to Alexa, and it was mind-boggling, because you had this little speaker here, and she was kind of listening all the time. Mm-hmm. And at Aaron Chris' house, I don't know if I should drop first and last name, but that's where we were. We're at Aaron's house in his dad's garage, and we're drinking beers and playing pool and having fun, and we said something to Alexa, and she didn't like it, and she started cussing at us like full-fledged, just dropping bombs. She's like, which one of you mother effers would say something like that? And we both look at each other like, what just happened?
Yeah.
Like this is a programmed piece of machinery that just got angry at us.
Yeah.
And totally went off the rails. And we would do it over and over. We would bring other people over and be like, look at this. Like, we pissed off Alexa and we know how to do it. We know what to say. And then like 3 days later, she stopped doing it. She was like, I can't respond to that anymore. So it was like this really weird thing.
Sorry if the people can hear me shaking my pens.
That's okay. You shake
Shake it. ASMR. I don't know if that's gentle enough for ASMR.
But yeah, guys, Rich says the 28 days have been great. Rich, thank you.
Thanks for being along with the whole journey, Rich.
Yeah, we really do appreciate you, and we appreciate everybody that's been here for this journey. And like I said, on the last day, oh man, I can't wait. We get to catch up with everybody that's been on the show, give them their flowers for being a part of what we're building here. And the most incredible things have been happening, baby. There has been sparks of people starting their own podcasts after being on the show.
Yeah, that's amazing to lead so much and to have an inspiration on other people, to inspire them to spread their own positivity and knowledge.
It feels so good. It feels so good. And, yeah, so we've had a couple of guests that have been on the show, and they now have their own podcasts. And, shout out to Rizzle. Rizzle started his own podcast. It's called Uplift State of Mind. It is a podcast about mental health awareness. And, I am in awe. I'm in awe. I'm really thankful that I get the opportunity to talk to these people and allow them to feel heard and seen. And I am so thankful that it's sparking something in people that is inspiring them to do the same. And that's what we need more of, That's what we really need more of, is people just collectively come together and look behind the curtain, Peel back the veil of whatever humans think other humans are, and realize that we are all one. Rich says, Jeremiah, thank you for your advice about Chrome. I never knew that was there. Oh, yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, thanks, Jeremiah. Coming in hot with the wisdom. We appreciate that. And shout out Jeremiah. He's out there taking care of my sister and my niece and my nephew. He stepped into their life and has been nothing but good to my sis. And it's really amazing that I, as an older brother, have calm in my heart about somebody that's with my sis and taking care of my sis. And I thank you, Jeremiah, for being that man. And it really, I know you're a good dude, I know you're a good dude through and through. And I know that Zenobi and Theodore both adore you. And Uncle Alex is just out here pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing to get everybody back together. And that is my goal, is to get everyone back together. I just miss my family. And, I'd love to be able to buy some property out here and just make what we have here undeniable. I want to be undeniable for the family to be like, well, we can't not move there because it's all set up. It's like, I just miss you guys. They're all up in Oregon. And, we're down here in Tucson, Arizona. But yeah, life is good. Life is good. And the struggles that we have are beautiful, and we work through them together. And I'm so happy to have, the Robin to my Batman, or the, what's another good duo? The Spider-Gwen to my Spider-Man.
Yeah, you're Miles and I'm Gwen.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, so to have the Gwen to my Miles, it's really nice, and we're trying new things as we continue to move forward. We're trying to do this podcast together, which is really fun. If you missed yesterday's, we had some great moments in yesterday's podcast between the two of us, and that just inspired us to want to do it more. She wanted to do it more, and I'm like, yeah, let's run it up. But yeah, so life is good, and I hope that everybody's doing well and having an amazing Sunday. We didn't want to miss a day. We were having hypoglycemic attack before we jumped on here, and we're trying to eat healthy. I'm trying to get my Crohn's back in control and under control, which hasn't been the easiest thing. But yeah, we're moving right along. How are things coming over there, baby?
They are coming. They're coming along.
They're coming along. All right, good.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Good. Oh, man. Well, let's see. Since the Starseed Council has reached out to me, I realized that, we are all higher beings. We are all one of Stardust. Oh, and that brings up an interesting story. We had That Kid Cry on. Gosh, I shouldn't even call him that. That was his old stage name. I'm sorry. We had Cody Nash on. And for those of you who don't know, Cody Nash is an incredible artist, and he was losing his father. He recently lost his father, so rest in peace to Cody Nash's father, William. Our thoughts and prayers go out to you as you find peace and healing throughout that journey. But he shared something very special with us. And as his father was passing, he mentioned that he kept insinuating that we are stardust, that he was one with the galaxy and the stars. And I thought that that was so interesting that, you know, somebody is so close to not being in this physical realm anymore and is starting to cross that line of not being in our dimension anymore. And he saw us as stardust. So Cody Nash put together an album for his father, and it's called For William. If you go to Spotify, check it out. It's For William. It's so good. It's so good. And but that is really interesting. And I feel as though, again, you know, the people dying is not death. It's graduation of life. And we are all here sharing this experience together. And I hope to be nothing but a warm hug to the people around me and uplift as much as I possibly can, because the world does need more of that. And we are on the precipice of making that a reality as best as we possibly can with everything that we're doing here. So before we go, though, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to give a big shout out to our sponsors. We have people supporting people. We have people helping people out here, and it's so cool. So huge shout out to our sponsors of People Helping People. We are a proud representative of these companies. So let's get into it. This episode of People Helping People is sponsored by T-Town Boxing, Tucson's home for boxing, kickboxing, and recovery classes for all ages. T-Town Boxing isn't just a gym, it's a community where you can build confidence, discipline, and lifelong skills, whether you're stepping into the ring for the first time or sharpening your technique. From kids to adults, beginners to experienced fighters, T-Town Boxing offers a space to grow, train, and challenge yourself. So if you're ready to push your limits and join an amazing community, reach out to T-Town Boxing on Instagram at Instagram.com/T-Town Boxing, or their website, boxingtucson.com. Again, that's Instagram.com/T-Town Boxing, or their website, boxingtucson.com. Thank you, T-Town. We love you. This next sponsor that we have is really doing God's work, and I say that every time because, dang it, I mean it. These guys are incredible. That is carsfortucson.org. One car repair can create a powerful ripple effect. For a low-income family struggling with housing, a reliable vehicle means they can hold on to their job, access childcare, and avoid spiraling into homelessness. Cars for Tucson understands this. They exist to provide affordable, sometimes free, critical car repairs to ensure these families stay connected to their livelihoods and their homes. The goal is to give vehicles away as well. Be a part of this positive ripple effect. Your donation helps prevent homelessness one car or one repair at a time. Visit carsfortucson.org to learn more and give today. Again, that's carsfortucson.org. Thank you, you guys. We love you. We appreciate you. And you're not going to want to miss tomorrow's show. It's going to be really fun. We're going to dive into a lot of things with AI. And before we go, let's go ahead and let's talk with our AI and see if we can get one more topic. And then are we about ready for a reveal? Almost. Beautiful. I love it. All right. Let's see what we can do here. Hello. We are still live on People Helping People, and we are looking for a great topic to discuss with our viewers before ending the show here. What do you got for us?
How about discussing the power of community support in personal growth? You can explore how being part of a supportive community can help individuals achieve their goals, overcome challenges, and find a sense of belonging. This topic can encourage your viewers to reflect on the importance of building and participating in supportive communities. What do you think?
Well, I think that we touched on that a lot. I think that we really are just embodying and embracing just that. But I will say that reminds me of a conversation that I had with Joe Dreams. Living Joe Dreams. He is such an incredible character of a human being. Like he just is, it's just so great. And we had a conversation where I asked him just that. I asked in the perspective of a young child, I was like, you know, if I'm a young kid looking up to you, now you found your purpose and you found your meaning in life, and I'm asking, how can I find my purpose? You know what Joe Dream said?
What did Joe Dream say?
He said, go to church. And I just thought that was such an incredible answer. You know, I personally don't go to church, but I find myself as I'm a spiritual individual, and I have nothing against anybody that does go to church. You find something that helps guide you to be a better human being, I'm for it. But he says go to church, and he's like, they've been solving that problem for thousands of years, is helping people to find their purpose. And I thought that was such a good answer, because a lot of people don't have community. A lot of people don't have family. A lot of people don't have anything that unifies them with, that unites them with the people around them. So that was a really insightful answer, and I really appreciated Joe Dreams on the stream here. If you missed that episode, go check it out. Your boy Joe Dreams, and don't forget the Z. He's a great character, and we really had so much fun. But, you know, again, I want to thank everybody for stepping into the stream, and this was one of those where we're just blabbing about things, you know? Coming in, joking around, having some fun, talking about the Starseed Council, reaching out to yours truly. Apparently my name in the Starseed world is Winfred, which I never knew, but now we do. So your boy Winfred is maybe going to go blast off, and I'll reply to the email and see what they got in store for me, you know. Definitely will be giving them my social and making sure that, you know, the identity is correct before I do all this. But yeah, so it's been fun.
I am almost done.
Oh, nice. I wonder, do I have a drum roll? Let me play some things here.
Well,
Hold on.
almost done is more like 20 more seconds, so that's going to be a really long drum roll. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just playing with some sounds here. Let's see. Okay. Very nice. Well, we are an hour and 12 minutes deep. Time flies when you're having fun. And we just sit here just shooting it back and forth, having fun.
It was lots of fun.
Yeah, right?
I'm glad I got to be on the show again.
Yeah, me too. And I think we're going to do more of that. Let's see. Rich, thank you for stepping into the comments here. He says, Kayla, my wife would like to know where you get your paint pens from.
Ooh. So these paint pens, I love them. They're Posca pens. You can find them on Posca.com, Posca, but you can also find them on Amazon. I got them for my birthday a long time ago. Or you can find them at Michael's. If you go to any craft store, they should have them. But they're Posca pens. So they're just acrylic markers.
Very nice.
And they're really satisfying to draw with.
Yeah, she makes incredible art with the Posca pens. She's got some that are they're like super bright neon colors. And so just depending on the light, the actual picture itself will change colors, which is really cool. So if you have a black light, it'll be one color. And then if you have regular light, it'll be another color. Then if the sun hits it, it'll look like it's illuminating. So yeah, shout out to Posca pens. Rich says, okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right,
you guys ready? Let's see. I can't believe you
Are
threw
you
this
ready?
together so quickly, baby. I've
you
been doing
see
my
it?
best not to peek.
You didn't see it?
Well, I mean, I didn't see the whole thing. I haven't seen it completed.
Okay. All right. Are you ready?
Are you ready? All right. For the big
right.
reveal. 3, 2, 1. Hey.
It's a neon sign. We might have to get it closer or just further. I don't know.
There you
which
go.
one it is.
Yeah, right there. Right there. Dang, baby.
In front of my face. People helping people.
Oh my gosh, it's people
like
helping people. That is so, oh, nice. Yeah, what you can't see on the screen is like all of, it's shimmering. It's so good.
Yeah.
Nice. Can we put that up in the back some, or maybe like right here? I don't know.
I mean, wherever you will
Yeah.
want it, but since it's mirrored, it's so hard to tell. Should I get up close so they
Yeah,
can
let's see it.
better?
Let's go show the
Let's
people
go
before we
see.
tune out here.
It's
Rich says
a
it
little
looks
bit-
great. Thank you, Rich.
It's rushed, so I try not to look at it too much because I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we all suffer from that.
I'll get my phone light on it.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, and you can see right there if it's focused on it too.
All right, I'll get my face out of here.
There you go. Yeah, yeah. Now shine the light.
This way, right here. Nope, this way. Okay.
Yeah, baby. Well done. Well done. The crowd is going crazy. Beautiful. Great job. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us for another amazing episode of People Helping People. Victoria Ward, my little sister, what up? Welcome in. We love you. We're just now tuning out. If you want to go watch the episode, it's pretty interesting. We got an email from the Starseed Council. So I don't know if you saw all that, but we read the email from the Starseed Council. I didn't have my glasses on, but we did our best. And I love you guys. All right, y'all. Until the next one. Deuces.
Magic.
Yeah. What's everybody fighting for? Why can't people help people? That's the question.